What up, everybody? This is a Reviews with Daniel production. Enjoy the video. What up, everybody? This is Daniel from Reviews with Daniel. Now, I'm coming in. I'm giving you guys another review of a movie. Now, not only do I do reviews of the places I go to and the products that I use in my truck and at home, I also do other reviews. It's in my name, so I'll review things. So the movie that I'm going to be reviewing today is Fast 9.
Reminisce Reminisce my past is my present, baby. Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to glow. You know, I just do that. Consolidate my regions, line it up, put them together. Anyone that ever let me down, forget them forever. My memory's bad. Remember me, though? My memory's gone. My memory, it limits me home. No tree huggers, cause all the lumber's gone. Niggas knocking on wood. Pass through the hood when it's good and they chopping up wood. Breaking up stems, tilting my brim. With a limp like a pimp, though I'm shaped like a wimp. They put no fear in him, it's just me and the end of my timeline. Flow like a fine wine, smelling like fine pine. Yeah, it's this thing.
Now, there was a video that dropped last week, I think Tuesday, either Monday or Tuesday it dropped, and it showed us a little bit of what the movie is going to be about. But this movie clip that just dropped Friday for Fast 9 is completely insane. Now, yo, I'm a big Fast and the Furious fan because I lived that life before. I was out there racing the cars, doing legal street racing, modding your car out. I did that. Hell, I would still do it now if I didn't have my family. But I did that. I lived that life. Now I'm at the point in my life where if I wanted to mod a car out, I could. I'd give me a RX-7 or old Toyota Supra. The second gen, the third gen Toyota Supra is just expensive as hell to buy. But I'd give me a second gen Supra, give me a probably a second gen RX-7, or get me a 240 from Nissan 240. Put me a Skyline engine in that motherfucker and be gone with it, with the 240. Get me a second gen RX-7. Second gen RX-7, put me a twin turbo on that motherfucker, be gone with it. That's rotary engine too, be gone with it. Give me a second gen Supra. Put a 2JZ GTE in that motherfucker, twin turbo, be done with it. That's me. Those are all three rear wheel drive cars. Get any one of those three and be going with it. You know what I mean? Be going. I live in New York too, so all the cold weather, all that cold air will be sucked into the turbo. Be going with it. Be going with it. But I am a big fan of Fast and the Furious, even though the storyline is kind of crazy and it mixes up things. But you guys should know by now, from the first one to the second one to the third one and all the way up to the fucking eighth one, it's been a crazy journey with Fast and Furious. So without further ado, let's get into the actual video teaser of Fast and Furious 9. I'm gonna watch, and one more thing, I'm gonna watch the video first, then I'm gonna watch the video first, and I'm gonna go back piece by piece and give you my thoughts of how that clip is playing out. So here we go.
I used to live my life a quarter mile at a time. But things changed. I'm a father now.
I will always be in your heart.
Little Brian, I have a gift for you.
Your daddy gave me this.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. It's very special. It's for protection from what's coming.
All right, Dom. What's next?
No matter how fast you are,
I am not to be compared to you.
no one outruns their past.
I am more easy, you trying your best to become me.
And mine just caught up to me.
Been a long time, Dom.
So we're up against a master thief, assassin, high-performance driver. Who is he?
Jacob is Dom's brother.
Your whole life, you pushed yourself to be faster than Dom, smarter than Dom, stronger than Dom. But could you kill him? Because I'm ready if you are. There's nothing more powerful than the love of family. But you turn that into anger, there's nothing more dangerous.
Maybe this is the end, but we're gonna go out together.
You know I'd ride to the death with you.
Let's get to work.
Please tell me that's not a Pontiac Fiero strapped to a rocket engine?
Impressive. I know.
No. No, that's not impressive.
My ass is in fuego!
I came here to take you down, little brother.
That's your mistake. This is my world.
They got a magnet plane?
Hold on.
Tell me you're not thinking what I think you're thinking. There's no bridge!
Oh, hell no.
Hey, guys. Surprise.
Nice clubhouse.
Now I'm done with the clip, the 3-minute and 51-second clip. Let's go back and replay it piece by piece and break it down for you guys. Now, when you first see this clip, that music, that music was played from the last, what was it, I think it was Fast, when Brian, when they had to when they had to kill off Brian, they had that song at the end of, I can't remember which movie it was, but they played this particular song at the end of the movie to end off Brian's character. So you gotta, if you've seen if you've seen from Fast and Furious 1 to 8, then you will know they recycle certain parts of the movie and reuse it over again. So that's why you hear this song right now. If you don't remember it from the last Fast and the Furious movie, they replaying it over in this one to make you remember about Brian and how they had to end his character. because he passed. Because Paul Bryant, Paul Bryant he died.
But things change. I'm a father now. I will always be in your heart.
Look, Brian, I have a gift for you. Your daddy gave me this. I'm gonna give it to you. It's very special. It's for
Oh, his name is Paul Walker. When they killed off Paul Walker, when Paul Walker passed away, when he died, they had to kill off Brian in the Fast and Furious saga. So they played that song at the end of one of his last movies, just to say farewell and to kill off his character. So I almost forgot his name. It's been a while. But it's Paul Walker.
protection from what's coming.
Now, as you guys will see in the clip, before Universal Studios pop into the video, that necklace has been in the saga since the first movie, all the way up to the 8th one, and it's still inside the movie. Now, that cross has a lot of meaning behind it. I know a lot of Catholics, and a lot of Catholics and a lot of family people like to have a symbol of their love for their family and their respect for their family. So that cross represents a lot in this movie for Dom and the rest of his crew. Now I see they got a new layer in this. They got a new home base in this movie. Now in the last Fast and Furious, they was in I think someplace underground place. No, they was working with the feds. So they had the last one they was working with the feds, and they had impound cars from the FBI. So they had a lot of inventory to pick from in the car they want to use, and the vehicle and the equipment that they wanted to use. So now they're inside a lair, a dungeon or whatever, and they got some new people added to their team as well. So let's see if they're any good.
What's next? No matter how fast you run, no one outruns their past.
Now, in a particular clip, you see a guy standing at the cliff, and he got some binoculars on. That's John Cena. Now, I think this clip came out before the teaser that dropped either Monday or Tuesday last week. The actual first teaser for Fast and Furious 9 actually came out, I think, a few months ago, where they were showing some clips of the movie of John Cena swinging and stuff like that, but it wasn't connected to the Fast and Furious brand. Like, they showed him swinging from a zip line, and they showed him in a clip where he was standing on the cliff and he had binoculars on. Now, nobody knew what that clip was, but as they started dropping more and more clips, more and more teasers for the movie, everything started to come together. So that clip, that teaser with that scene with John Cena, I think that dropped like a few months ago. And now they started dropping more and more scenes from the movie. But this teaser right here gives you a lot of information. And I see Letty has completely got all of her memory back too. So she's still doing the damsel in distress type of role, where she's getting saved by Dom every time you turn around. So, and she's still a badass character, but she's always getting saved by Dom. And then Dom's sister, she's returned inside the saga, inside the movie. So she looks crazy. Well, not crazy, but she looks great as usual. So back on to the video. Now it seemed like in every single Fast and Furious movie, from the beginning to the 9th one, they always talking about Dom's past. His past here, his past there. Dom, Letty, his sister, or Mia. That's her name, Mia. So Dom, Letty, Mia, between Dom, Letty, and Mia, they always talking about their past. Now, and a special guest to return back into the Fast and Furious saga when we thought he was dead. But I'll get to that clip when it comes out. But it's talking about Dom's past, and it's always been talking about his past. Like they still have not revealed. They probably reveal it in this movie, in Fast 9, of his past. But they always been dropping like little hints here and there about what he used to do. Like we already know he's a master thief. We already know that he's a top import car racer, and he's a master strategy. He's a master at strategizing. He's a leader. He's a team player. He's all about his family. He can fight. He's strong. Like there's a lot of key points to Dom, but they never actually explain his past. Like we seen in the last movie where he completely fucking just turned on his teammates because he had a son. Now they never told us what he used to do in his past. They never told us what he used to do in his past. Well, it seemed like in Fast 9 it's going to be revealed. Like they didn't even give us a teaser from the Fast and Furious 1 to 8 that he even had a brother, an actual biological brother. So this is like a whole 360 for the new saga, because Dom's past has not been explained in any of the Fast and Furious from 1 through 8 until now. So let's finish watching. And another thing about this, that we see John Cena inside the Fast and Furious 9 movie, and he's being Dom's brother. He does not look nothing. Well, we know Fast and Furious that their saga don't care about logic, so it's kind of weird to see that John Cena is Dom's younger brother, like literally younger brother. I think he's like the youngest out of them, but it's kind of weird to see John Cena being younger to Vin Diesel, because John Cena is kind of taller than Vin Diesel is, and he looks more tone and muscular features. But it's weird. It defies the laws of logic in this movie, in this clip, in this teaser. And it's kind of weird, but it kind of fits in a little bit if you have a great what the word I'm trying to say, insane to not follow logic. Basically what I'm trying to say, if you were the type of person that does not care about logic, then this would make totally sense to you. But for people who do follow logic, it looks like this is like doesn't make sense. But neither here or there. Back to the video. And another thing too that I gotta talk about is why is like these are fucking people like you and me. Like these are ordinary people like you and me, and they are being portrayed as fucking superheroes. Like when I watched the video completely all the way through, they jumping off buildings and shit, fucking flying cars off of cliffs and like they Tarzan and shit. Women jumping, like kneeing motherfuckers. Women are kneeing people through windows and stuff on just going straight down out of a building window. Kneeing people out of a building window. They're like four stories high. Like they portraying these people as being superheroes. Dom getting fucking like a car flipping up in front of Dom, and he's catching it like this. He's catching it like this. Like these are ordinary people, and they being portrayed like they're superheroes in this movie. It's like logic doesn't. It's like logic does not exist in this movie. So it's the normal MO for Fast and the Furious to blow shit up and have wild and crazy girls shaking their ass and flashy cars and crazy explosions everywhere. That's the normal Fast and the Furious MO. So back to the video clip. It's crazy, and I'm only fucking a minute and 21 seconds into a 3 minute and 51 second video. So. And another thing too, they brung the young kid that was in Tokyo Drift in Fast and the Furious 9. Now, from this clip, he only has like a small scene in it where they was talking about the Pontiac Ferrera with the rocket on the back, and we only see in this clip that he has a small scene, but. That's a good shout out to him for getting even though it might be a small role in this movie, he's in it, and he brought his team from Tokyo to be in this movie. So good to see him in this movie and see what he brings to the team and see what his team brings to the actual team. So let's see what he got when the movie come out. Hopefully he makes the movie interesting in his role. So back to the video.
No, that's not impressive.
And to recap, the guy, what is his name? The new DK in Tokyo, that young kid. That the team that he has is not actually his team. It's Han's team. But it kind of went over to the new DK's team because Han, we was under the impression that Han had died, but it's actually Han's team and not the young kid's team. So back to the video clip. And we see, and also a thing again too, we see Ludacris and we see Tyrese. They doing more action, they doing more fighting, they doing more. They're getting more involved in the movie. Like they're doing more. Not only are they giving good punchlines in the movie, but they're also giving good scenes in the movie as well, where they're actually fighting people, they're actually shooting people. They're actually doing more than what they would normally do in the funny crack and the funny jokes and shit like that. Like Tyrese is actually doing more in this movie. And Ludacris is actually doing more too. Like he's the tech guy. He know how to hack into stuff. And And one more thing, we don't see Ramsey in this movie neither. Ramsey, who made the God's Eye, we don't see her in this movie. So they must have replaced her with Mia. So let's see what Mia has to bring to the cast as well. And we don't see her kid. We don't see Brian's kid in the movie neither. Well, not in this clip. We don't see it. But Mia's back here in the movie. So let's see what she brings to the team. Now, from watching the clip, while watching the scene, at 2 minutes and 54 seconds, it seemed like Dom is going up against himself with his younger brother. Now, they said that the John Cena's role, Jacob, it looks like to me in this clip, or in this video teaser, that him and Dom share the same taste when it comes to cars and the performance and how they drive and stuff like that. How was it? What's the word I'm trying to say? How daredevil they are, and how they drive their cars and how they act around each other. They seem like they're the same person. So I wonder if Dom and his younger brother Jacob, they was on the same team together and they was doing jobs together and stuff like that. Because it seemed like they know each other pretty well, and they know their movements. So it seemed like they used to be a team before they broke up or whatever. They used to be a good team, and they worked together a lot before whatever happened. So back to the video. Now, at 3 minutes and 38 seconds, we see the return of Han. Now, if you remember the last Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, where we seen Han car RX-7, the third gen, the Falcon. When we seen that car with the bow side body kit on it, boy, I'm telling you, if I ever wanted to jump back into the import tuner thing, I would do it big this time. Like, I had my Toyota Tercel all turboed out. I had that, and I loved that car, and it's a shame that I had to give that car away. But I had to do it because I had a family. I was young, stupid. I was just getting into my career and finding out who I was and what I wanted to do. And I threw a rod in the engine. Like, when I got the car, when I got the engine, because I pulled the engine out. I pulled the engine right out on the street where I used to live at. So when I got the engine is a 4E FTE turbo, 1.3 liter turbo, and it was a T3. The turbo was a T3 turbo. It was a good little small, powerful little turbo. You get about 200 stock. Like, I think like stock you get about 190 horsepower out of that turbo. It's from that engine is from the Scarlett. It's from the Scarlet. I think it's in England or something like that. Or yeah, over in England or something like that. The car is from England or something like that. It's a Toyota, the Toyota Scarlet. Now with that engine, you can put a twin turbo on it. You can get one of the big HKS turbos or a Grady turbo or a Gret. What is it? I haven't been in the import scene for a while. So if I'm saying these big name turbo companies wrong, then it's because I haven't been in the import game in a while. So I'm not up to date with the new brands the new brands that's out now. But I do remember HKS, Grady. I think it's there's a lot of them out there. But when I had my Toyota Tercel, I had the intercooler, I had the top mount intercooler, and I had a front mount intercooler, and I had all that stuff. Well, I had my front mount intercooler all routed into my engine, so I was getting so much air induction going through my turbo. It was crazy. But I threw a rod in it, racing it. I threw a rod in it, racing it down the local streets in Niagara Falls, racing against somebody. And it was a guy who had a 240, a turbocharged 240SX. And it was in the middle of the night, and we was going on the boulevard, and we met up at the stoplight. And we were racing. And I threw a rod in it. I had to get rid of the car. That the engine was good. It was a rod through in it. And at that time, I knew how to pull the engine, and I knew how to pull the engine and install the engine into a car. But I didn't have the knowledge to go in deep depth into the engine. Because if I did, I would have replaced the pistons, I would have replaced the rods, I would have replaced the head gasket. I would have completely replaced everything on that engine if I knew how to do it. Like, I would have been still driving that car to today, and it would have been like decked out. I would have had me some low profile tires and rims on that motherfucker, kind of tinted, like 35% tint, where it's dark but you can still see inside. It was still legal tint. Would have had a bigger turbo on that motherfucker, a bigger intercooler. Well, not a bigger intercooler, but my intercooler setup would have been better than what I had, because I jury rigged it. When I had my car, I jury rigged it. So I was in the import tuner scene heavy, and I still am in it, but it's kind of been pushed off a little bit because I got a family now. So I put more focus into my family than me being out there racing cars and stuff like that. But that's for another video. Let me get back to this video. And yet again, when you see Han step back on the scene, you know how Han does it. He does it all flashy. He steps back on the scene with the brand new Toyota Supra. That's how my boy Han do it. He left off the scene with the 3rd gen RX-7 with the Vile side body kit on it, which was tight. Now he's stepping back on the scene with this, because if you look at the paint on the car, it looks like it's the same color paint that he had on his RX-7 before he flipped over and blew up. But now instead of it being an RX-7, it's a Toyota Supra now. It's a badass car. Badass car. Now it's saying that it's coming out May 22nd of this year. So that's gonna be a hot movie. Best believe I'm gonna be at the movie theaters and I'm gonna see it. I'm not gonna bootleg it. Well, not bootleg it, but I'm not gonna watch it on my Android box. I'm actually gonna buy a ticket because my wife wants to see it too. And so my wife wants to see that Black Widow movie. But Black Widow is Black Widow. Like, Black Widow is Black Widow. It's just, again, with Black Widow, is just going into her history and stuff like that, her past and how she became Black Widow and stuff like that. So my wife wants to see that. There's a lot of good, interesting movies coming out this year. A lot of good movies coming out this year. I know Fast and the Furious 9 is going to be one. Black Widow is going to be one. There's supposed to be, what is it? There's a lot of good movies coming out this year. I can't name all of the new movies coming out. It's about at the top of my head, but there's some good ones coming out. So my initial review, my thoughts on Fast 9, it's gonna be a crazy movie. Like, you see it in the beginning of the movie, you see Dom out in the field working on a tractor. Like, it's all quiet and everything is all nice. Everything nice and quiet. And his son is just helping him with the tools on the tractor and to build it and to repair it and stuff like that. So it looks like Dom is at peace with himself, where he's on the farm, he got Letty, he got his son, and he's teaching his son about the different tools and stuff like that. And he's raising his son like he's raising his son to be a racer. But then when you get deeper into the movie clip, you start to see that his younger brother starts to pop up. You start to see more action where they throwing cars off of cliffs and stuff, and like they're Tarzan and stuff like that. You start to see Dom and John Cena, well, Vin Diesel and John Cena going back at it, fighting and stuff. You start to see Tyrese and Ludacris. They both in there. They still funny as hell, and they doing more action, more fighting. Like they're being more involved with the fight scenes, and they showing more that they can fight and just take a punch instead of the other movies that they're being in. But they look like they're just completely out of shape and they can't fight. But in this one, they showing that they can fight and they can take a punch. You got Mia, well, you got Letty. Letty, she's still a badass, but she still looks like she's in that damsel in distress mode, where she constantly getting saved by Dom all the time. You got Mia. Mia still looks like she's confused about every damn thing. Like, she's surprised about every damn thing or confused about every damn thing. You got Han. Han walks back on the scene like he's Han walks back on the scene like he's a superstar. You got the cast from Tokyo Drift showing up in this movie. What else you got in this movie? You got that chick who who killed Dom's baby's mother in this video. Oh, and another thing too that I almost forgot about. You see Shaw, but you see one of the Deckers. You see Shaw. You see Shaw Decker's mother in this video, talking about how important family is to Dom. Now, I think that's a little teaser that Shaw might be in this movie. Well, from Hobbs and Shaw, you see Shaw's mother in this movie, and I think that's a teaser that Shaw may be in this movie as well. So, what else did I see in this movie? Of course, you see Lil Brian. You see him.
running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm tired of waiting. I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. Yeah, I came up straight from the bottom. Put on the gas, yeah, that's the throttle. I get the smash cause I get the bottle. These people mad cause I get the mile. I'm changing lanes in my auto. Get to the bag is my motto. I'm coming up cause I stay down. Grind so hard I can't slow down. That's the wisdom is not running mud. I wrap it up.
You see, honestly, I thought that they were gonna do something crazy like go to the damn moon. Like, that's the only thing we have not seen of the Fast and the Furious line or saga is go to the moon. Now, they have jumped from fucking building, they have jumped from skyscraper to skyscraper. When that was in Dubai, they did that. They have shown Dom fucking kicking a fucking parking garage, a part of cement block up in the air. We've seen this motherfucker go head-to-head collision with another car and hop out that motherfucker like nothing was wrong with him. We've seen a lot of things in the Fast and the Furious saga that defies the laws of logic completely. So there's a lot of stuff in this movie that makes you want to question if you are sane or not. So this is my review. This is my initial review of the second teaser of Fast 9. So if you enjoyed the movie, or if you enjoyed my review, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell down below. Leave me a comment. And if you're out on the road and you're seeing this, stay safe. If you're at home, enjoy yourself. And peace. This is the first time you're watching my video. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell down below for more updates on more of my videos. And here's 2 more videos here and here.